All right, we are starting. So we are here for Sucker for Love, Date to Die For. The general game is going to be a little different than the original, as I've come to understand. This is just a demo. It's just about half an hour or so. We will, see if that takes me half an hour or if it takes me a little longer.
The 1,000 versus the 1.
Eldritch gods, cosmic horrors, things beyond our understanding. To merely gaze upon their form is to abandon all hope. They are sequestered to the stars, appearing only through challenging, failure-prone rituals and unutterable incantations. Their twisted, fanatical followers require no such invitation to commit horrors beyond belief in their stead. It is then when the boogeyman lurking in the shadows isn't an obscure, imperceptible shade, but a tangible madman, that the vague prognostications of the stars become empty threats before the undeniably material. The simple hatchet in their hands.
Violence.
Did something scary happen? In the book you're reading, did something scary happen? You're as pale as a sheet.
Oh, no, I must have nodded off and had a bad dream. I know this is a super weird question, but can you tell me where I am?
You're in my bookstore in Sacramento. Are you lost?
Oh no, I think I know where I am now. Thanks. I've been getting strange dreams lately. I can't make sense of what they've been about, but when I wake up, my heart is pounding out of my chest and I'm not where I fell asleep. These dreams started happening the same time that people began vanishing from my hometown, Sacramento. Even though it's a fairly remote town with a small population, there's been dozens of disappearances in the last year alone. So many that their trains don't stop at the station anymore. Concerned locals claim to have spotted angry woodland spirits at the edge of the woods, animals with too many features, watching them. And outsiders can't shake the feeling that they're always being watched by the unblinking purple eyes of the townsfolk. The Sacramento Stare is what they call it on the news. They're saying that the stare is how they can tell if you're an outsider at a glance. If you don't have it, they know you're not one of them. Oddly enough, I don't have the Sacramento Stare despite being born here, and even now, after returning home, I've still been spared from it. Besides some lightheadedness and a dull warm fuzzies feeling, I don't feel any different. The girl that runs this odd bookstore also hasn't been cursed, it seems.
Have you made a selection? Did you find a book to your liking?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to loiter. To be honest, I don't have any money with me, but I'll come back first thing tomorrow and buy something.
No, it's fine. I'm glad that you enjoyed reading my books, but it's starting to get dark outside. With all the disappearances lately, you better hurry home.
Home. Even though my family fled town when the disappearances began, I'm returning to our ancestral home in Sacramento. All because of a note that I found in my apartment this morning. Your mother is a little shook up from everything that has happened, and so I'm taking care of her at Gram Ekande's place. If you came to visit, it would cheer her up and help her recovery. We've missed you so much, Stardust. I love that name, Stardust. But the strange thing is... my parents were two of the first people to go missing. They were declared dead since they'd been missing more than a year amidst the disappearances. This is their handwriting, and my parents are the only ones that call me Stardust. This is them, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Whatever is going on here, I can't turn my back, I need to see them again. Speaking of, I'd better get going. Thanks for letting me doze off. I promise I'll come back real soon.
Thank you for stopping in. Take care.
The glasses just light up, very suspicious. Right, time to hurry back. I push my way through the door, leaving the warm glow of the bookstore behind as the sun sets. Sacramento, overgrown now by oppressive canopies of foliage, from the smell of an animal musk and swampy fields, you'd think this was a barn, not a city street. Every surface here is plastered with posters. Many litter the ground, and every single one is of someone that was never found. That's why they call it Missing Person Lane now. It's where desperate out-of-towners looking for their loved ones leave posters before going missing themselves. It's the only navigable footpath left, and the most direct route to my house. I can't tell if it's the darkness playing tricks on me or what, but I'm losing my way down streets that I should know forwards and back. Wasn't I supposed to make a turn a while ago? I can't make heads or tails of the houses and landmarks I used as a kid to get around. It's like my whole hometown was replaced by an unfamiliar yet exact replica. Okay, calm down. If I check the note my parents wrote and compare the address number to the nearest house, I should be able to at least figure out if I'm walking the right way. A blank grocery receipt? When did I put this in my pocket? Where are my parents' letter? Chicken curry, fried chicken cheeseburger, beef, water, ketchup, soy sauce, other. Only a few things and it's like $51. I dig through my pockets in a panic. There's no way I dropped it in the bookstore, so where could it have this receipt? This is the same fold lines and dimensions as the handwritten note I had. Could I have... No. There's no way I could have misread a shopping list as an entire letter from my parents. Right? I fumble around with the note, checking the back and flipping it and turning it in a hopeless attempt to see the message again, but the receipt stays a receipt. Something is very wrong. I turn to run.
Ow! Are you like blind or something? Watch where you're going, Clutterama.
I slam right into somebody coming the other way. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you alright? I should have been more careful. Whoa, she's really pretty. But what on earth is this girl doing wandering around Sacramento at night?
Don't touch me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to smack into you like that. I know it's not an excuse, but I was just in a rush.
Oh yeah, I know. You gotta go run off and steal my boyfriend, right? Yeah, it's whatever. Totally cool. Save your breath. I already know how this goes.
Wait, huh? What? Your boyfriend?
Yeah, you heard me. My boyfriend. Buck is mine.
Who the heck is Buck? Where are these accusations coming from? I don't know anyone named Buck.
Huh? Really? You don't know who Buck is? You're not, like, from out of town, are you?
Spooky! The stare. It's real. I turn my head down and briskly walk past her. She starts walking alongside me.
Hey, look at me.
I can't let her see my eyes no matter what. She'll notice I don't have the Sacramento stare. I mean, was I not already looking at her?
You can tell me. Are you from here or what?
I live here.
Oh yeah? Look at me really quick.
This is bad. Even if I make it home, she'll know where I live. What do I do? I freeze. Before I know it, I'm already staring straight at her.
Bucky, hi. Gotta know, another one for you at Missing Person Lane.
I break into a mad dash, running my hardest. Everything is a blur. My heart pounding in my ears can't dull out the sounds of whistles, shouts, and unidentifiable commotion coming from all sides. Panting and dizzy, I feel my body slowing down, but the image of my face on the next missing person's posters kicked my legs into action once more. But no matter how far I run, the buildings refuse to change, the streets refuse to turn, and the sounds of the awakening woods refuse to abate. This is hopeless. There's a wide open clearing in the trees about 1 block ahead. If I can break line of sight from my unseen pursuers, I have a chance of finding someplace to hide. As I near the turnoff, my exhaustion makes itself known. If this is a dead end, or it's too dark to find my way again, I won't have the energy to turn around and start running again. I round the corner. It's my grandma's house, sitting alone in the middle of a clearing in the woods. I thought the way to my house involved multiple turns a ways back, but I don't have time to question things, as I'm already halfway up the makeshift dirt path. I skulk up the open lawn of my grandparents' old house, burst through the door, and hold the door shut for what feels like forever. No one's banging at the door. For the moment, I'm not being chased. Hey, what's... I may just be standing at the entrance, but I can already tell something feels off about my home. Like the warm, familiar place I grew up is long gone. I can't put my finger on it, but... This dread. Why do I feel like I need to sneak around my own home? Is someone here? My parents. Hello? I'm home. No response. Hello? Find your upstairs bedroom. There is a lot of boots. I only have 9 siblings, but I see at least 20 pairs of shoes here. Okay, so I want to go forward, around, upstairs. This is a lot of boots. Can't inspect that. A butterfly stuck in a web. Where's the spider? Oh, click and drag, baby. Our family photos, only none of these photos have me in it, and the faces of my siblings look unfamiliar. What's with those strange symbols? Well, I can gather that. Where am I? Okay. Kind of want to like explore. The birdcage where my Gram kept her finches. It's been destroyed from the inside. Not gonna give me something to inspect on that. Fresh dripping meat. I should avoid counting the number of legs. This is completely normal, apparently. You know what? We're gonna go just find our room, I think. Okay, according to the map, we gotta go this way. Looks like the triplets' toys have been mostly untouched ever since we left in a hurry. What a mess. The closet's been ransacked, but no valuables have been taken. Well, Engawa. Well, see, it wants me to go that way. But it's glowing over there. Nothing about the green. Lights on. Perfectly normal. Ah, yes. The tree bath. Everything is ordinary here. Nothing to see here. Click and drag. Looks like a skull here. Ram head or goat head. Well, go down the hallway. My bedroom should be right here. The one with the star. Nope. Just kidding. What the heck happened to my room? All of this occult stuff sitting around. Has someone been living here while I was away? Those candles are lit. Whoever did this was here recently. But who? And why? Maybe some kind of clue in this book. No title or author or anything. It smells like overripe fruit and formaldehyde. In other words, it reeks of death. My hands feel pruny and ice-cold, touching the cover, like it's drinking the life from my fingertips, like the very material of this item is thirsty. Seeding the Black Woods. Instruction on how to corrupt the soil of a forest by using offal of a goat and the beating heart of a human. The beating... what? I read and reread the passage, but it's plain as black and white. The beating heart of a human. I reread again and again, my disbelief washing away more and more each time. This isn't a joke. First, the stare that only the locals have, then the disappearances, then the supernaturally overgrown woods, and now this book describing sacrificial rituals. The truth dawns on me. Sacramento has been overrun by cultists. People have been spirited away by angry forest spirits. They've been abducted, and I'm next. I can't stop trembling. Should I hide? Is there even anywhere to hide? I certainly can't run. These cultists could be anywhere. I hastily flip through the book. Maybe there's something, anything that I can use to escape. Amidst hundreds of pages and indecipherable runes and obscene rituals, one catches my attention. Manifest the All-Mother. According to this, the All-Mother is supposed to be a benign, eldritch entity with profane powers of life preservation. Nothing else in this book looked even remotely benign. If this book is for real, then this All-Mother is my best shot at getting out of here alive. Summoning a space demon is probably a bad idea, but my odds couldn't get any worse than they already are. They haven't found a single person that went missing. Besides, there's still a chance that this book is fake, right? That there's an explanation for all the weirdness happening in Sacramento. I'd better hurry and do the ritual and find out. Looks like I already have everything I need to try. These herbs are enormous, at least 10 times larger than normal. How the heck did they get so big? It looks like an idol of a goat, only it has too many legs and too many eyes. It weighs a ton, too. How'd this get up the stairs? Probably through the open window. That's a lot of different colors. This entity is a benign preserver of life and cannot harm you. However, no contact with eldritch gods is completely safe. To summon her, do the following. Douse any lit candles. Ensure there is an idol of the black goat present somewhere in the room. Have a plant mister with you. While facing a tree of the black woods, chant her name. Roxanne Silva Oscura. Well, I need a mister. You found the plant mister. At certain times in conversation, this icon will appear, and you can spray the speaker with water by right-clicking. This will interrupt whatever they're doing or saying. This feature was primarily included in consideration of players who dislike being hit on by older women Eldritch Abomination, but it has other uses too. That's funny. Well, I don't imagine we'll be using it to interrupt anything. Haha. Roxanne Silva Oscura.
Insolent human! You dare call upon Roxanne, the all-mother of the Black Woods?
It worked. This book is for real. How did they get their hands on something like this? The form of the black goat of the woods assails my senses. The birthplace of life and final resting place of death. The maker and unmaker in all her undulating horror. A vile saline ooze seeps from the pores of my clenched fists as I am overcome by an otherworldly nausea beyond reckoning.
I have tolerated mortal stench upon my soil long enough. Today is the end of empty threats. All that you are, all you ever have been, shall now become mere fertilizer for my Black Woods.
The blood trapped within my distended veins quickens, surging agitatedly beneath the flesh of my cheeks.
Your lifeblood shall soak the earth, nurturing my young as they spring forth from the wicked soil to feed upon your ever-suffering remains for all of time. At my hands, you will die again and again and again.
You know, it's a real shame. I thought they were benign.
Why are you blushing?
Good girl. Pretty.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, they're horny.
I thought I was driving you insane! All that sweating and hyperventilating? You looked like you were going to throw up!
Oh, that just happens when I talk to girls sometimes.
What? Foolish mortal! Your impudence has made me very... Oh, forget it. What is it this time? Torture again? Or did you catch your cult mate with someone else and now you want me to pretend to be your mommy to comfort you?
Cult mate? Torture? I think I've been confused for someone else. Again.
Out with it. You probably only have a few more moments before your lust breaks your will. So make it quick.
Huh? I feel fine. I mean, she's drop dead gorgeous, and I feel like my heart is beating out of my chest, but I don't feel like my will is breaking or anything.
I am the goddess of fertility, the physical manifestation of perverse desires. And you are standing 2 feet away from me, at the very epicenter of my carnal influence. And you're telling me you don't feel a thing.
I mean, I think you're really beautiful.
And that's all? You think I'm just beautiful?
Come closer and take a deep breath in.
A warm, floral scent washes over my senses. I feel lightheaded for a moment before it abates.
Do you hear that? Breathing. It's the most beautiful sound a living thing can make.
She seemed happy there for a moment before her warmness froze over once more.
Well,
How do I say this without hurting your feelings?
you already did. A goddess of lust getting rejected by her own cultist in her own dream. This is torture.
I don't know if this makes it worse or not, but I'm actually not anybody's cultist.
What did you say?
I mean, sorry. I summoned you because my life is in danger, and I thought maybe you'd be able to help me somehow. Suddenly, she lifts my chin and pulls my face close to hers.
Lies. You're not under my influence. You're not one of them. How did you get this book?
What do you mean? I just found it on the floor.
Listen to me. You are in grave danger. The Thousand doesn't know you're here yet, but they will be coming for you. You've got nowhere to run. You won't be able to escape. Not while I'm still rooted here. Any road you walk will lead straight back here. You need to do the rituals in that book in order, ending with a spell that will uproot me from this location. Once I've been uprooted, you'll be able to run for it and hope for the best. Don't let anything happen to the book. If you lose it before I'm uprooted, you'll have no way out.
A chill is running up my spine. Run for it? No way out. Grave danger? Just what have I gotten myself into?
Am I scaring you? I know it's a lot, but you have no choice if we're ever going to escape from Sacramento.
Wait a minute. Did I just hear something right? Hold on. It sounds like you're trying to escape, too.
Things have gotten messy with my cultists. Messy in a bad way, I mean. My followers have turned against me and are abusing me and my woods' power to kill outsiders indiscriminately. This is a nightmare that I'd just like to end. But neither of us can leave without the uprooting ritual being performed. But I should warn you. These incantations and rituals can be terrifying for a non-cultist to perform. Even successfully completing them can have grave consequences. These rituals will test your mettle in ways that...
I'll do it.
What? Really? You're just okay with what I'm saying?
I am. If there's a way out of this, just tell me how and I'll do it.
Are you sure?
So many people have gone missing in Sacramento. I'm not letting the same happen to either of us. Not today.
Let's not waste any time. Start with the Swan Partner ritual first. You'll need it.
So these followers are kind of like jealous ex-boyfriends then? You want nothing to do with them, but they won't let you leave?
Actually, yes. That's precisely right. They're like my exes. And using the same metaphor, if you try to date me, then my exes will hack you to death with farm tools. I guess that last part wasn't a metaphor.
Maybe I should get back to the rituals
That's
then.
probably a good idea.
Hey, you're basically a god, right?
An outer god, yes.
If these cultists have been bothering you, couldn't you, I don't know, fight them?
What kind of mother would I be if I harmed my children?
Point taken.
But in all seriousness, I can't do anything to hurt my followers directly, because never in my wildest dreams could I hurt a human. But maybe doing no harm isn't the same as doing good.
Deep. If you can't fight, how come you can't just run away or hide on the moon or something?
Because I lay roots wherever I'm seated.
Goats have roots?
My true form does. This goat form is merely one of my avatars, but my true form is actually all of the trees in the Black Woods.
Your true appearance is just a regular old tree.
A really sexy tree.
Like a birch tree?
Sexier.
Like a willow tree?
Sexier. Keep going.
Like a cedar tree?
Cedar! Oh, that's crazy. Less sexy.
Ha! Okay, I can't talk to her anymore. Well, I guess we do the next ritual. Light the ritual candles. The color of the flame does not matter, so please choose a color you find comforting. Have your choice of an aromatic herb on your person. Pick a scent you find pleasant. Imagine your ideal partner. If it exists, it will appear before you. If it does not exist, it will be created. Do not imagine something you can't put back. Alright. So, let's imagine... Let's see. Do we like mint, lavender, or rosemary? Lavender's calming. You know what? I'm going to go with the really large mint. Okay. Let's... Pink. I like pink. Okay. Now, imagine ideal partner. Got it. Now, let's hope there's a spider girl. Tharanak ya mageb wagofnya. Oh my. Oh, that's her. Wait, I can explain.
Go ahead.
I've got nothing.
There's no need to be bashful, especially after all that time you spent playing coy. In view of the circumstances, perhaps I will allow you to be my partner.
Really? And that's okay with you? Even though we just met?
Well, it's sudden, and it'll be a long, long time before I could ever trust a human again. But I'm not exactly the god of taking things slow. Besides, I already have 1,000 children. There's no harm in 1,001.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Taking me as your partner?
I thought you were talking about just being my girlfriend.
You thought the two definitions of partners that a fertility goddess was referring to the platonic meaning?
There's 3 meanings of partners.
What's the third?
Cowboys.
Are you still joking around while standing so close to me? You should be melting with desire. Being anywhere within a mile of me should amplify your lust 1,000-fold.
Oh, that's an easy one. 1,000 times 0 is 0.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yep.
So, I take it you haven't had children yet?
Nope.
And you aren't with child now?
No?
You're going to die here, and there's nothing I can do to help.
What? You're really not going to help me just because I don't have
It's
kids?
not that I won't, it's that I can't. I am an entity of untapped cosmic potential, and I want a big family. The biggest family possible. I want every living thing on Earth to be a direct descendant of me or one of my followers.
We got Genghis Khan over here.
Those that best serve that goal receive a fraction of my power. My most devoted followers are bestowed with gifts like extended lifespans, rapid healing, physical enhancement, and in some cases, immortality. And those followers are the ones looking for you. You, on the other hand, have closed yourself off to my dark influence, and are mortal and vulnerable. No kids, no powers.
What if I don't want powers or kids?
What if I drained the life from your body and then used it to fertilize my wicked soil until something that will give me grandchildren comes crawling out?
I take an involuntary step backwards.
I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Are you alright?
Well, I don't really deserve a whole lot here, but I'm getting it anyways. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's move on to the next ritual so we can get out of here, okay? Holy moly, that was freaking scary. She's really taking this hard. I'd better go get the stuff for the next ritual. Okay, can't talk to her. She seems sad. Give a little finger pat. There you go. Little boot the snoot. Okay. Meat from a living thing that died within the Black Woods. Check the meat rack in the dining room. Milk of the black goat. Store-bought 2% is apparently fine too. It's in the fridge. Lastly, a receptacle filled to the brim with liquid life. Blood. They meant blood. Please use blood from now on. Sorry. Oh. I know what that's going on there. Off I go. Can I turn it? No, it's okay. It's just a cursor. Do. Angawa. Oh, I think I had to go room over. No worries, everything's connected. Huzzah! I tear a hunk of meat from the hook. This should be what I'm looking for. It smells kind of strange. This is beef, pork, whatever it came from. It was huge. Should move on before I count the number of legs hanging on hooks. Unusually pungent spices. Pepper, nutmeg, ginger, and cinnamon, to name a couple I see. The air is suffocatingly thick with their scent. This is the milk of the black goat. It just looks like a regular carton of store-bought strawberry milk with a label slapped on it. I guess the cultists would have had a hard time getting the real thing from Roxanne now that the relationship has soured. No pun intended. This should be good enough. Looks like cooking oil, except it's in a gallon container and it smells like burnt hair and sulfur. The color is black as soot, too. Looks purple, but who's arguing, right? A lot of boxes. Map. Okay. I didn't know we even had this many futons. Why are there so many beds out? Well, you know, the cultists and all that jazz. Ingawa must mean hallway. Whee! Upstairs we go. You know what? Let's take a look at the room at the end. Somebody has plastered my kid sibling's study room with dirty posters. I'm going to beat whoever did this senseless. Well, they might have weapons of violence. White flower. Kind of stands out. Suspicious. It's blocked from the other side. I can't see clearly through the keyhole either. Oh, we gotta do a red. Okay. Meat from a living thing that has died. And Ahoria Goria Bismicorna. Need blood. Right. Where do I get blood? I guess it's that way. There we are. A receptacle filled to the brim with liquid life. Blood. An unsettling amount of it. This is what the ritual calls for. A chill just ran up my spine. Am I being watched? I have everything I need. I need to get out of here. Fast. Well, you seem pretty happy about it. Oh, that's really cool how the light, like, dims. Okay, try it again. Ahoreagor Yavsnakorna.
Well done. Looks like you did everything perfectly. Impressive.
Nothing to it. If all the rituals are this easy, we just might get out of here.
Perhaps so. I don't want to leave things as they are between us. Your life is your own. I'm sorry for losing my composure.
Oh, that? I nearly forgot about that already. I'm a little surprised the little god would bother apologizing to a human at all.
I've given it some thought. And while you may be blasphemously abstinent, you're the only person in the world that can help me. You see, if you step within range of my woods, any desire you have that will lead you closer to me is amplified to such an intense degree that it's unbearable. And most of the time, it's lust. Anyone who is led here seeking carnal or animalistic pleasures develops the Sacramento stare and becomes a cultist. If you are brought into my woods for any other reason, you don't become one of my chosen 1,000, and your desire will make you futilely search the woods for what isn't there. You'll forget to eat and sleep, and you'll search and search until you die of exhaustion and become fertilizer for the woods to grow further. You're the only person to reach me without joining the cult or dropping dead. Thanks in no small part to the fact that you don't have lust to amplify. My only question is, if you're not here for lust, why are you here?
Kisses. Pull the receipt out of my pocket. I came looking for my parents. This used to be a handwritten letter from them saying they were here in this house, but once I got here, it turned into a blank receipt and won't turn back. Well, I wouldn't say it's a blank receipt. That's clearly got words there.
The woods have indeed toyed with your emotions to bring you here. That paper was likely never a letter from your parents, but the woods made you believe it was. I'm sorry.
So they really aren't still alive.
They were likely consumed by my woods no more than 3 days after they disappeared.
I feel like I've been punched in the gut. The dust has long settled on my parents being gone, but the grief never faded.
Eat. It'll give you your strength back. The woods won't let you feel how tired you are.
I don't feel tired at all, but come to think of it, I felt like I was going to collapse when I made it to this house. I don't think I've eaten since I've gotten the letter either. I take a few bites, and the tears abate.
There. It'll be alright, Stardust.
Stardust? How did you know my parents' nickname for me?
Anything that dies within my Blackwoods becomes a part of it. A part of me. Their love for you likely lives on in me.
I guess that settles it. My parents really are gone. That's the only way she could have known that name. It's outright terrifying, but I feel strangely comforted that part of them is still here somewhere. There's a typo! I hope this isn't an offensive question, but how come this book said you were benign? All the missing people and the people that came looking for them, you ate them.
It was never supposed to be like this. I came bearing gifts of safe childbirth for infant and mother, hungerlessness, disease immunity, but instead, my own worshippers tormented me until it broke my hearts. Now my woods are bloodthirsty, and I'm forced to watch innumerable die.
Awful. But why? How could someone do something like that? How could somebody have so much hate in their hearts?
Because it's had an eternity to accumulate.
What was that? It sounded like something breaking downstairs.
Are they coming? Already? No.
I forgot. Roxanne is just as scared as I am. I need to be more careful with showing fear, for her sake. Could just be the house. The place is old and rotten in some places, so sometimes the house shifts on its own. I'll check it out. Sounded like it came from the kitchen.
Sit tight. Another episode of Sucker for Love at Date to Die For is coming up.
Oh, it's still got the lovely music. Well, that is the demo played. I like the direction that we're going in, and naturally I am quite happy to see where it goes in the full game when we get it. But having originally played the first game just on a whim, I was looking at games on Steam and came across the first one and decided to pick it up and play it with my partner, and really enjoying it. I like the art style, I like the general atmosphere, and I think it's pretty good. To see it have come from where it was to now we're having a sequel come out, and large creators have played the first one, really great to see, especially for, a smaller creator. So Akabaka has done really well. I look forward to seeing what comes in the full game. And that's where I'm going to end this part. And we're going to switch over to Mass Effect. So I will get that set up.